meet a lot of new people through the Miss New Jersey organization, and when I tell them what I do for work, I get the funniest looks. I work as an F-16 fighter jet mechanic, and I also compete in the Miss New Jersey organization. It's my favorite part about introducing myself to anybody, if I'm being honest, because I don't really want to brag, but I want people to understand that military women, military members, veterans come in all different shapes, sizes, genders, ethnicities. I'm also currently studying for my mechanical engineering degree, and I run this YouTube account. I began this YouTube account when I first enlisted in the Air Force because I couldn't find anything online that actually talked about the Air National Guard in a way that was educational and in the moment. At this point, my MEPS journey and my basic training journey are kind of obsolete. I went through during COVID, and during that time, there was a lot of uncertainty, and I'm glad that those videos got the attention that they did because I think it really did help people. Now, I've been in the military over 5 years. I'm almost at my 6th. I want to continue to educate people on the military, on the New Jersey Air National Guard, and help them through their journey. One of the questions I get asked the most is, why did I join the military? To really answer that question, I feel like I should give you guys some backstory about when I joined the military. I joined the military at 19 years old, and I had already done a year's worth of classes at my university. Got my bill and I realized that I did not want to pay it. I did not want to pay it at all. I started looking into ways that I could pay for my college education. I've always been a very service-oriented mindset type of person, and the military had always been in like the back of my mind, but I didn't ever know about the National Guard until I went to the Air Force recruiter's office and told them my plan, told them why I wanted to join, what I was doing with my life, and they actually directed me to the Air National Guard. This was a game changer, and they'll pay for your entire tuition. So scholarship was really the driving factor into why I joined the Air National Guard. After I went through MEPS and I took my ASVAB and I got the list of jobs that I wanted, that's really where that I really started actually getting excited and interested in what jobs the Air National Guard had. It seems a little reverse, but this is my story and I'm an unconventional gal. I qualified for a tactical aircraft technician, and this in Air Force terms is a crew chief. Essentially, you are the car mechanic for a fighter jet. That's the way I explain it to everybody. We work on hydraulics, pneumatics, servicing, refueling, defueling. We focus on inspections, launches, and recoveries, maintaining the forms, and overall maintaining the aircraft. I thought this sounded so cool. Not to mention that they also tell you when you go to recruit, hey, if you're going to be a crew chief, if you're going to be a tactical aircraft technician, you're going to get your name on a fighter jet. I said, where's the pen? Let me sign. My name on a fighter jet? Let me sign. I'll do it. But the other thing that also genuinely drove me to selecting crew chief as my job was because I'm an engineering student, and I figured working on the whole jet would give me a really good base knowledge of aeronautical engineering while pursuing a mechanical engineering degree. I get to use tools, I get to troubleshoot, I get to do hands-on maintenance, and I figured that would be a really good connection back to my engineering degree. Why did I choose mechanical engineering for my degree? Growing up, my dad was basically an engineer. He had every tool that you could imagine: lathes, drill presses, wood cutters, I don't know, all of the tools that you could imagine. Growing up, I would always go out to the garage with him and watch him fixing things, building things, making things. He had like an idea in his head, it would come out as exactly how he wanted. I grew up watching this and I loved this idea. Engineering is also an art. What he was doing was an art form in its own way. And I grew up loving that. I grew up learning the tools, learning how to use machines, genuinely having a deep appreciation for all that came with it. So when I was applying for colleges, I wanted to go into engineering. Loved gears, and I figured mechanical engineering would be the best spot for me. I did I received some bad advice. My freshman year, I had somebody tell me that mechanical engineering, it's the easiest one to transfer out of. Cut to a few years later now, I found a love for environmental engineering, but that's a whole different story for a whole different time. If you want to hear about that, leave a comment below. Having my dad to teach me all of these different tools and processes to designing and building and implementing really gave me this confidence that I needed to go into this male-dominated field and be the only girl in the classroom sometimes. If that sounds like you, serving with grit and grace, stepping outside of the box, pursuing an unconventional career, follow along because I've got more for you. I post videos about pageant life, military life, and everything in between. See you next time.